Welcome everyone to Inner Phoenix. My name is Janine, and I am the Director of Moving to End Sexual Assault and the Director of Trauma Services at Mental Health Partners in Boulder, Colorado. I'm a psychologist and a yoga teacher, and I have witnessed the power of yoga to help people heal from the impact of traumatic stress. These yoga practices are intended to facilitate grounding and a connection with ourselves as we move to build a sense of empowerment and resilience as we work through our journey together. While I will cue you in different poses throughout the practices, feel free to do what's best for your body on this day at this time. For many of us, we tend to carry tension in our bodies, and the key points of holding that tension tend to be the shoulders, the neck, and even the upper back. Today's practice is going to work with unwinding some of that tension. So let's begin. Let's find a comfortable seat in whatever chair you're in, and if your legs are crossed, I invite you to uncross them and set both feet on the floor and sit up nice and tall. And just settle in here for a moment. Feel the support of the chair underneath your legs. And maybe feel that rooting down energy of the feet as you feel the crown of the head rise up toward the sky. And just settle in here and maybe follow the breath as you become present in this moment. And then when you're ready, just going to take the left hand and left arm, move it out to the side, and then let the right ear fall over toward the right shoulder. Just begin to feel a gentle stretch in the neck on the left side, inviting you to move the arm a little forward or a little back, whatever feels right for you. Whenever you feel that stretch, just settle in and breathe gently right into that stretch. Your eyes can stay open or closed, or you can look down at the floor, whatever works for your body. And then when you're ready, bringing the left hand in and letting the head and neck come back to center and just pausing here. Notice any residual of that sensation, and we'll move to the other side. So the right arm comes out to the side as the left ear comes down to the left shoulder. And know that this side could be different, right? So you might feel some different sensations, so adjust as needed as you move the arm. The one thing is we don't want our practice to ever feel forced, to ever feel like we're moving with aggression, right? So just allowing for the opening that we're able to have today. Just follow the breath here. And then when you're ready, bringing the right arm back in, letting the head come back through center. Taking a breath, noticing anything that might have released or not. And we'll begin to move here with just some hip circles. So as you inhale, rounding forward in your chair, coming up. And as you exhale, reversing and coming back. And just slowly, gently warming the spine, taking these gentle circles. You can move fast or slow, whatever serves you. Almost seeing it as we're kind of wringing out the energy that could be stuck, the tension in our backs, in our hips. And then maybe reverse direction if that feels right to you. I'm just noticing the fluidity of the spine here too as you move. Following the breath, noticing you're not holding or clenching the jaw. And then coming back through center. And then from here, we're just going to bring the arms out to the side. And when you're ready, taking the right arm underneath the left, bending at the elbows, meet at the palms. If this doesn't feel accessible in your shoulders, option to take the hug version here, just reaching for opposite shoulders. Whatever version you choose, maybe lifting the elbows, pressing the hands away. You might immediately notice that sensation of tension in the upper back. So softening the shoulders away from the ears, maybe the head and chin tucks into the chest. And wherever you are, just breathing, feeling your feet on the floor, right? Even amidst this tension, knowing you're here and safe in this moment with the feet touching the earth. And then when you're ready, release the bind, bring the arms out, and we'll work to the other side. This time, the left arm comes underneath the right. Bend at the elbows, meet at the palms. If you take this version, just lifting the elbows any amount and pressing the hands away. It's really up to you what feels best on your neck. So again, chin can tuck into chest. It could even feel good to gaze from side to side. Right? There's no right or wrong here. It's what feels right in your body. The most important thing is to breathe right into any sensation, maybe even visualizing any of that tension melting away. And then when you're ready, unbind the arms, bringing the hands back down, and just pause for a moment and just notice. Just notice if there's any change in your shoulders, your back, even the neck. And we'll work into the wrists now. So from here, bringing the right arm forward, and then we'll gently bring the fingers to point up toward the sky and take the left hand, and then just encourage that right hand to come back a little bit. Fingers reach toward the nose. And you might notice here some tension in the forearm or some kind of, even some strength in your forearms here as we move. And then from here, letting the fingers come down, pointing down, and again, gently encouraging the wrist to come toward the body. So we actually hold a lot of tension in our hands and in our wrists, particularly if we're on the computer, right? Our forearms can get tired, and that can transfer all the way up the shoulders into the neck. So when you're ready, release the hands down, and again, notice. Right? Taking the time to really notice the difference of that gentle movement, and we'll work to the other side. So left fingertips reach for the sky, right hand encourages the fingers back any amount, right? It may be no amount. Just working with whatever the body can do where there isn't pain. Again, notice that you're not holding your breath, but you're following the inhales and exhales. And then fingers point down, gently encouraging the wrist. And again, for those of us with tender wrists, this could feel like a lot. So maybe we don't even use the right hand and we just take this motion. We can still feel the release here in the arm. And then when you're ready, just release both hands down and notice. Let the shoulders soften. Just really encouraging anything that's ready to release to go right back through the feet into the earth. And then from here, we'll close our practice with a kind of modified down dog using our chair. So just turning the chair And lining up right behind it, hands on kind of either end of the back of the chair, walking the feet back a bit. You might have to adjust depending on the length of your arms and legs, right? And then from here, with straight arms, we're just going to let the heart sink down toward the earth. And notice I push the chair forward a little bit to give myself a little more room. My ears are roughly in line with the biceps. And most importantly, we're just breathing into that space in the upper part of the shoulders. Following here for a few breaths. And then as we get out slowly, just maybe take a step or two toward the chair. And we'll close, seated, bringing the hands back to the knees. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Bringing the hands in front of the space of the heart. Thank you so much for being part of this practice today.